What's up, guys? How's it going? I'm here with my good friend Jeffrey Wittenhagen, co-owner of Premium Edition Games, owner of Hagen's Alley Books. What am I missing, man? You have so many hats. It's crazy to keep track. You do stuff. He's a big gamer, big Switch fan. But today's topic, we're going to talk about conventions, and I specifically want to talk about E3 because E3. I don't know if you heard the news last week. They canceled in-person E3. E3 is supposed to take place in June, mind you. So we're like virtual. Well, we'll see if that happens. I think E3 is dead. I think E3 is done, to be honest with you. Finished, no mas. But, man, I mean, last E3 I went to in person was probably 2017. And it was like one of the first years they opened it up to everyone. Like, remember, it used to be only, like, media only, right?
Industry only.
And it was, like, shoulder sardines, like, crazy. Like, if you wanted to play a game, you had to wait, like, hours to play it. And I think it was, like, 2017, I think was the first year EA said we're going to do our own thing, and they weren't a part of it, and that kind of opened the floodgates for other companies like Microsoft and Sony. Like Sony does their own thing now, so it's become very irrelevant, right, for the major first party games, right, for the major publishers. What's unfortunate is E3 was a great showcase for indie developers, right? Great opportunity for indie devs to go and like talk to and promote their game, and that's not happening. So obviously COVID hit last year. Didn't have E3 last year because of COVID. And then now they're claiming because of the Omicron variant now, and again, mind you, we're 6 months away from their event, they're pulling the plug on it. So I think it's a scapegoat. I think they're just using COVID as a scapegoat. I think they really had no plans to have E3 again in person this year. That's my opinion. What are your thoughts?
Wow. That's a great opinion there, Jeff.
I don't see how they can cancel. I mean, I can't if their event was like in a couple of weeks or next month, but it's June. Things can change.
I've been talking to because I'm going to a bunch of conventions, including Game On and other things, and like nobody's canceling yet. There's even a convention next month, and they're not canceling yet. Yeah. And so the thing is that you're spot on where like your analysis that it's probably due to that big industry. How much money that costs is probably not worthwhile now after the pandemic. Right. Because let's be honest, like we have the variant, right? The numbers out here, like where I work, higher than the last 2 years combined. This last 2 weeks,
right?
Higher than the last 2 years combined. Here's the difference, though: 0 hospitalized because everybody has the vaccinations and everybody has their boosters, or some are getting the boosters. Yeah. So the thing is that the ones that are going to the hospital are few and far between now. So
I wouldn't say 0 hospitalized because there's still some people going to hospital, but
I'm saying at my work.
Oh, your work, because you're
my work.
Yeah, I got
0 hospitalizations.
I got you.
180, 200 people with positives. Nobody's in the hospital that I work.
Let's make one thing very clear. In your line of work, you have to be fit. You have to be fit, right? You have to be like fit to do what you do, right?
Yes. So not high risk.
You're not high risk. You're not in high risk. Yeah, you're not in high risk. So it's less. It's more contagious, but less lethal, which is good. It's gotten less people, less strain, but there's still people going to the hospital that not necessarily in your line of work, but in general, right? So it's still a scary thing for a lot of people.
And so to add to your analysis, though, as people are, getting vaccinated, building up immunities, antibodies, all these things, things like conventions, but with safety precautions in mind, are absolutely doable. I've been to a few conventions last year where you wear a mask the whole time. You have to show your vaccination card to go to certain rooms. Like all of that stuff is great. I mean, I don't know how restrictive you need to be.
Yeah, well, we were at Midwest Gaming Classic, and I'm looking at your shirt too. Because did you get that at the last year's show?
It was when they canceled in 2020. I bought one.
So on a side note, I purchased almost that exact same shirt. I got the lighter blue, a different color blue, but I brought it home and I realized that I asked for extra large, and they gave me kids extra large. So it's like
medium,
super small. So I just gave it to my son, which is funny.
You should be wearing it right now.
I should be wearing it. It's super tight. But anyway, great show. But I remember going specifically with you, and I didn't know that you had to show a vaccine card. I fortunately had mine on me. And then you didn't have yours on you, but you just like, here's where I work. This is, what I do.
I talked him into it.
You talked him into it. And but she was very hesitant. I remember initially she was
I pointed to you, John. I said, "Do you know who this is? Do you know who he is?"
But had you gone all that travel though? Can you imagine if she said, "No, I'm sorry, you can't go to this event," right?
You can't go play arcade games.
You can't play arcade games. But we all had to wear masks, which is I'm fine with. I was just at an anime event literally this weekend and locally here in Phoenix, and everyone was wearing masks. That's fine. I'm okay with that in an event like that, right? I don't care, you know. Um, and
And it's 100% people's prerogative to not attend or bring hand sanitizer and be
sure,
super
sure,
cautious.
yeah, of course. But to cancel an event full right, like I just don't.
Half a year ahead of time.
A
I
half
didn't
a
know
year
it
ahead
was
of time.
half a year.
Half a year, right? Half a year. So, like, I'd be interesting to see what San Diego Comic Con does because that's in May usually. Actually, it's in like June, around the same time. So I'm curious in what they end up doing. We'll see. But you don't hear about other shows canceling other than E3.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'm worried. I don't want Portland to get canceled again. I want to go to Portland Retro
yeah, I
Gaming
love I love Portland. Right? I
or
do.
Game On. That needs to stay.
Well, hey, let's knock on wood. That's in August, so I'm not planning on canceling anytime soon unless we get like the Zelda variant and everyone's dying from it. Hope God help us
Zelda
all.
variant.
The Zelda. There you go. The Zelda variant.
Breath of the
but
Wild 2 comes out, everybody shuts down.
but if you look at what's going on in South Africa, right, or what happened, it got spiked really high and then it's going back down. Kind of a quick burn through. Hopefully that's the case here in the States. We'll see. Time will tell.
Yeah.
Just be
Hopefully it's like what happened during the summer where there was a spike because everybody got together, which they literally just did for Christmas, and
right.
then we go back down, and we won't
Yeah.
have to deal with it again until the summer.
Yeah. Yeah. So what other than E3 that I know you're super disappointed that got canceled? No. What other events do you have planned? Obviously, Game On in August.
Oh
Look
yeah,
out for that. What other events are
absolutely
you?
game on.
Yeah, what else?
Midwest Gaming Class is coming again in
That's
April,
right.
end of April.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Good show.
So I'll be going there. I love going to Midwest Gaming Classic, kind of my old stomping grounds, fun
Yeah,
time in the Midwest.
good people who run that. Good show. It's been around for a while. And they definitely know what they're doing, which is awesome. You're going to Anything Goes Expo, I saw too. Hell, so
Yes,
yes,
Hal and Christian.
Helen Christian, good guys. Yeah, this is their
Yeah.
first year. I call it like a 1.5 because this is their typical first year doing the event. But Christian, he's ran show, and so same with Hal. They've done shows before, right?
Mhm.
So he did the Let's Play Gaming Expo in Dallas for several years. So it's not like their first rodeo doing events, but
Mhm.
this one is in Waco, and it's anything goes. So I guess everyone can have an orgy. What does it mean? I don't know.
I
Every no,
mean, we're gonna wear medium T-shirts
you're gonna wear
together.
medium shirts together. No, it's all good. But I think that it's gonna be like it's Comic Con, it's comics, it's gaming, it's music, it's anything pop culture, anything you know that's fan based, I suppose.
Yeah.
Is gonna be there. So I saw that you're gonna be a guest there, which is super cool. Sergeant Slaughter will be there. I saw as a
Yeah,
guest.
myself and Sergeant Slaughter, we're like peas in a pod.
There you
Nice.
go. It'll be cool to meet him though. That's not pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
That'll be
yeah.
fun. Yeah, so like that those two are the first two that I'm going to. That one in Midwest and then
That's on
we
Super Bowl weekend. You know that?
yeah.
That's Super Bowl weekend. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. I think he did that on purpose, which is interesting. I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
I mean, but yeah, then the summer I have like every other weekend all the way up to Game On is a convention. So
Nice.
you got
Well, you're
stuff like Too
promoting your
Many
business.
Games.
Yeah, yeah,
Hmm?
yeah. You're doing it to
Yeah.
promote premium edition. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I just go there to hang out and I mean mostly like I go there just to do like panels and I mean I have team members that go to conventions every weekend at
yeah,
different conventions all over the country. So like
yeah.
they have fun with it. I go there and set up my table. I got a cool new display that I'm gonna have like trailers going and stuff. And
Nice.
I'm just like we don't have a crap ton of games available. Like some of our stuff here sold out.
Well, that's a good
So
problem to have, I suppose, right?
definitely.
Yeah.
I'm very humbled that I
But
like people have liked what we're doing.
can we talk about what you guys are doing or about conventions and some exclusivities, or no? Can we talk about that, or is that on the
Yeah,
hush hush? Okay,
yeah, no, we
so
can talk about that.
okay,
So our team member that was mentioned that goes to conventions every weekend, they're Gamers for Gamers. They're actually part of a charitable organization, and so what they're going to be doing is getting a certain amount of games, like they'll get like 1,000 copies of a game, and they're going to make a convention exclusive variant version. So, for example, Demons Tier Plus is going to be their first one, and they're going to actually take what we're doing with our retro box and they're going to be doing a variant of it on a slipcase, and then they're going to be custom printing with tactile printing on it for it with a high quality for convention exclusive. So, for example, like they go to New York Comic Con, they'll do a New York Comic Con exclusive.
yeah, I love this. I love it's kind of like Pops will do that, right? Like Pop
Yeah,
Vinyl Pops, they
exactly.
do a very similar thing. They'll have like a con exclusive, and they'll have like branded that con, which I think is a really cool idea. So, Yeah, man,
And
that's
I mean,
awesome.
I know that Josh, who's one of the Gamers for Gamers guys, was talking with you about a game on
Hmm.
one,
Hmm.
and I think that would be cool as hell.
Heck
We're
yeah.
looking at doing some different games. Hopefully, with all the shipping delays and things, we can get some of this stuff in. I know we'll have it in by the summer for sure, but like I'm hoping we get it in by like Midwest Gaming Classic and stuff because the
Right.
delays are ridiculous right now.
Oh, everything's stuck at the harbor right now, right? Yeah, it's on the docks. Not trying to get things in. Yeah, yeah, it's a challenge.
Oh, and like air shipping versus freight shipping isn't even reasonable.
Yeah, why is it so much more? It's crazy.
It's, I mean, I'm talking like if we wanted to airship all of our stuff for Series 3, it would be $20,000 more. Not like,
See,
I mean, 20
why?
grand.
Why? It doesn't cost that much more to. I don't get that. It's just convenience, just because they taking advantage of the situation, or what? That's
Thousands and thousands of pounds of stuff.
yeah, that's insane though. That's
We're printing a
insane.
lot of stuff, though. It's not like it's a small amount of
No, I
things we're
get
doing.
that, but $20,000
Yeah.
is not chump change. That's crazy. That's like the Wi-Fi
Yeah.
at Game On. It's like, where do you come up with these numbers? Like, it's just like, is
Yeah.
that dot in
Arbitrary.
a wrong spot? Because that seems to be crazy expensive to me.
That
But
comma should be a period.
right, yeah, he's like pretty much. But well, when it does come, that's cool. Yeah, you're right. Josh and I have been talking. We're hoping to figure something out for Game On, so we'll have some type of exclusive. That'd be really cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean,
So
we're just gonna have fun with it. The other piece is we will make it available for people online, but they will have to donate to charity with it. So whatever the charge is for the game. So say for example, their version isn't going to be 40, it'll be 60, and we have not set prices. But like that extra $20 would be a donation to charity.
oh, that's cool. That's a cool
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Like that's what we want to do is we want to pay it forward. The fact that people are digging what we're doing from premium, like we're trying to find unique ways to give back and
Yeah.
also like help out other organizations and
That's cool. Yeah, that's
yeah,
awesome, man. I love that. I love that. So, well, I'll put a link to both your websites below, right? To your books and to your Switch, all
all
that good
around.
stuff. I know you're a busy guy, so always good chatting with you, man. Anything else you want to talk about?
So I mean, we got a lot of cool conventions. Just everybody be safe out there. That's the main thing.
That's the main thing, right? Yep. Yep.
Yeah, and
Be
I
vigilant.
mean, the other piece is with the E3 is like if they can't manage to do it, they should just come out and tell us that they can't manage to do it. It's fine. It's not a big deal.
Yeah,
They'll have fun online.
it's been kind of on the downward for a while, right? So even before COVID hit, like it was kind of on the downward spiral, which is really sad because it started in 95 in LA. It's been around for what 37 years. I mean, for a
Yeah.
while. What was that, 27 years? I don't know. I can't do the quick math on that.
It's like now you got PAX, you have all the different locations for that, Game Developers Conference, GDC. You got
Oh, there's a
lots
bunch.
of
Sony's doing their own thing. EA's doing their own thing. So, it's gotten to the point where it's getting so expensive for these companies to do it that they're like, let's just do our own thing. And, I think they're finding that to be more cost effective. At the end of the day, though, it's impacting the indie devs, which is really unfortunate because,
yeah.
that's where it's going to, the big boys like the EAs and the Activisions and all those, they don't care. They have the money. They're going to be fine. It's the smaller platforms, the smaller guys are trying to get the word out. They have one less platform to do that, and that's E3, and that was a big one for them. So it's really unfortunate for them.
I mean, I
So
was looking forward to going there as a publisher and just talking to the indie devs.
yeah, well now you can do it online if it happens online, which definitely, as you and I both know, it's not the same experience,
No.
right? Online is definitely not the same experience as in
Mm-mm.
person. So let's hope that we get this COVID under control sooner than later. I know we were talking a year ago and hoping by 2022 is a year, and look at where we're at now. So, but we'll see. So
Ah,
awesome.
sad.
Yeah, new year though. But all right, brother. Well, thank you so much for your time, man. It's always good catching up with you. Leave a comment below, guys. Let us know what you guys thoughts about E3 is. Let us know what kind of shows, events that you got coming up. Leave a comment below. Let us know. We'll see you guys soon. Take care and to game on. Peace.